Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Friday Night Movies. This is Those Guys, and I am Matt, and I am here along with...
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
But which Buzz are you? Looks
He
at
opened
foot.
my space helmet.
Yes.
I was the fake Buzz. The real Buzz is here now.
That's fair. So, we're talking about Toy Story número dos. Toy Story 2. Now,
no,
this
that's the third one, Matt.
I need to teach Tristan Walter some Spanish. All right, so...
I know it's 2. I meant... Never mind. You'll see what I mean.
All righty then. So anyway, we are talking about Toy Story 2, which came out in the year 1999. You and I were 7 at the time.
Right, yeah, it was 99, wasn't it? Shit.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did I think it was 2002?
Me too. Okay, so it's not just me. Because last week, when this comes out, the other one will have already came out. We did Men in Black 2, and that was in 2002.
That was 2002. I know, but No, yeah. Huh.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure there
was... Right, because it won an award in 2000. So yeah, 99. Fuck me.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. And it's funny, you have it on VHS or DVD?
Yes.
Okay, no, I bring that up because
I know. I had it on VHS first, then I have a special Blu-ray.
Well, wait, you have a Blu-ray?
Yeah, it's funny. 2 I have on Blu-ray, and then 1 and 3 I have on DVD.
Did you watch the Blu-ray or the VHS?
The Blu-ray. Did you watch the VHS?
No, I don't have it on VHS. But the scene was still in there, and the outtakes, right?
Yes, it was.
Then I don't know what the fuck people were talking about. So we were going to talk about this on Keikaku Corner. We decided not to. Let's just skip to the end now. No, there were these fake outtakes that were really funny. One of them is understandably not as funny now that people are talking about something that people have been talking about for years now, but it's finally in the public eye, and people are talking about the casting couch and understanding that, no, this isn't a joke based on something that doesn't exist. This is a joke based on something that does exist, and we're talking about the scene. It was an outtake, so it's something that can easily be removed from the film with Sneaky Pete talking to the 2 Barbies. Now, the reason why I say it could be easily removed from the film, people were recently talking about how a Blu-ray of Toy Story 2 did not have it on it. Again, it's just some outtake at the end. No one, in my opinion, no one should care. If people are talking about preserving the natural, it's wait, but nothing from the movie was removed.
Right,
and also,
nothing from the movie itself was moved. It was just an animated gag at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and more importantly, if you worry about the integrity of the film, then frankly everything should be SD. Nothing should be upscaled in any way, because really we should be watching these with CRTs on VHS.
Yeah.
Call me you could tell me that sounds dumb if you will, but or call me a nitpicker. But I'm just saying that if we care about the integrity, then anything that's released in a higher quality format gets upscaled in some way, and they look at if they have the initial, the initial versions, the initial, what am I thinking of? I don't want to say files, but the artwork, that it can be upscaled. So arguably watching Toy Story 4, or not Toy Story 4, but Toy Story 1, 2, or 3 in 4K, that's not good, because it wasn't originally meant to be in 4K. Now, so I was under the impression though that it was all Blu-rays, even the initial ones. I guess maybe they were referring to these articles were referring to a newer edition of the Blu-ray, or at the very least maybe a new 4K edition. But I could swear that the article I sent you used the term Blu-ray, which was odd.
Right.
So I'm not saying that these people are wrong. I'm saying that perhaps it was a new edition, because you have an earlier Blu-ray, which shocks me that you even own a Blu-ray, but you have a Blu-ray, apparently.
I have a few.
That makes sense, but I don't know. I thought you'd have both of these movies on Toy Story 1 and 2 on DVD. I should have assumed VHS as well, but I assumed you'd have them on DVD.
It's funny. I've seen them more on VHS than I have on DVD or Blu-ray.
Of course.
Like, I only got the DVDs, Blu-rays within the last maybe 5 years tops.
All right. But yeah, no, we were 7 at the time. I think the reason why maybe you and I thought it was later, they did do some events where they had the first 2 Toy Stories in theaters again. So I remember seeing this in theaters. I think I talked about this with the first Toy Story when we did that review in June.
Oh, yeah, you saw a double feature, right?
Yes, I believe it was either in anticipation of Toy Story 3 or it was just maybe some type of anniversary. I'm unsure. But if it was like some 10-year anniversary or something, then that probably would have been in 2005 or something like that, I think, right? Because the first one came out in 97. So that would have been in 2007. So if they did something like that, then perhaps that's the reason why I went to see it with family. And so I remember seeing this in theaters, but I could swear when I first saw it too, it was in theaters as well, because I remember, I don't know, maybe that's the thing. Maybe you and I didn't see it in theaters, so when we finally got to see it on television or released on VHS / whatever medium, for me it was DVD, maybe it was
Laserdisc.
already, no. We did not have Laserdisc in my house when I was a kid. But when we saw it, maybe it was already 2002, so that's why your brain and my brain are correcting it to the early 2000s. Because, yeah, I also thought it took a bit. Like
I was never good with numbers.
Yeah, I know that Toy Story was obviously very popular, but heck, even with something like Men in Black, it took them 6 years to come out with the second one. So I was under the impression that it also had taken them a while, especially with how, intense the animation is, how much better the animation is, even compared to the initial Toy Story, which I believe was 95, actually. So only a mere 4 years later.
Was it 95? I thought it was 93.
No, we would have been 1.
No, okay. Yeah, that's, again, numbers.
Yeah, but we're talking about our timelines that, like, being born. There's a difference. Because
it's not like a straight, parallel line. It's all squiggly and wobbly and spherical.
Okay, thank you. If you had said wibbly wobbly right now, I would have.
Wibbly wobbly.
Well, you own katanas, so you've brought this upon yourself.
I accept your challenge.
All right. Either way, the animation looks gorgeous, and I know, yes, this is, you and I are watching a Blu-ray, but still, we saw the first one, and even with watching it on Blu-ray, you didn't, I did. There was still, it was rough. The story was great, but it was rough. Now, this movie, I have to say, and I know this is probably I don't want to say a tall glass, but it's going to be a big thing. So I don't know if you're going to criticize me for this, Tristan. I think this movie might be better than the first one. This might be one of those sequels that is just, if not as good, if not as good, better than the first one. And the reason why I say that is because usually with a sequel, I think where sequels get it wrong, even when they're fun romps and they're entertaining, the biggest problem is, we have to completely copy-paste almost the magic of the first one. And in a way, whatever audience latched onto the first one, even if it wasn't the intended audience, we have to then market it more towards that audience, changing the tone of the film. And I feel like this one, even though I'm not saying that they had planned more than one Toy Story, it still feels like they had a vision and they stuck within their same vision, this idea of a toy feeling a sense of loneliness and longing, but in a different way, and kind of expanded on that in a way that didn't talk down to kids and was really good fun for the whole family and can stand up, as you watch it years down the line, as we're doing obviously right now.
Yeah.
So I think the first one did a good job of that as well, but I think it was because it was so limited to just the house and to Pizza Planet. I think, and not that I'm saying it was completely limited because it was nice seeing them get out of the house, but because it was still within that neighborhood, seeing them have to take this trek to Al's Toy Barn, also seeing more toys, like just, seeing Barbie finally.
Yeah.
After that first one, I'm pretty sure they were like, fuck, we should get Barbie in this. Yeah. But no, it was really cool to not only see more toys, but also see a lot more, I guess, brands. Because usually when you see a lot of brands in a specific movie, you're like, oh god, like it can actually take you out of the experience. For me, sometimes it doesn't, but it can, right? In this case, though, you want to see more brands. So when I see Guess Who and Candyland, I'm like, hey. When I see basically them playing a Super Nintendo, they can't call it one, but the controller is basically a mock Super Nintendo controller, although they showed the front plate of the Super Nintendo, which was odd to me.
Right, you see it sitting up on the TV, and I'm like, oh, that's a Super Nintendo. I mean, the controller looks close enough to be like, yeah, that's a Super Nintendo controller.
But that's what's so interesting. They showed the controller, and I feel like they couldn't show the real one because trademark. But then they showed the front of the Super Nintendo, and I'm like, but that is also trademarked.
I mean,
that was just interesting.
I guess,
to me.
yeah, that's fair. I guess they thought it was nondescript enough, or maybe like there's no logo on it or anything. I don't know.
Oh, there wasn't. Yeah, there. But yeah. So I really enjoyed just how they expanded this universe, and also how they have me speculating and guessing about a few different things. So I think some people have talked about this online before, but it's been years. So one of the things is I'm under the impression that Woody was passed down potentially to Andy from his dad.
Right, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with his dad, but I have a feeling that in some way he was passed down because now we know that Woody was some huge popular 50s toy.
Right, yep.
And why the fuck would some little kid in the 90s
have a toy from the 50s?
Yeah. I mean, and especially when it seems like, unless it was a yard sale thing or something, it seems like Andy's mom buys him a lot of new shit. So why does he have a toy from the 50s? Also, interestingly enough, it seems like looking at some of the decor in, oh God, how am I forgetting her name? Jesse's owner's, because I was thinking of the owner's name. Jesse's owner's room. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she owned her in the Emily. Thank you. Pretty sure she owned her in the 70s. And then she went into basically the 70s, and then they never got no one ever bought her at the donation center, and then finally she was bought by this shitty dude, Al. Yeah. And then just kept in, God knows how long they were kept in the darkness for.
Right. Yeah.
So she's been, out for 20 years. Without another owner.
Yeah.
Because looking at the transition, even the posters too.
Right. Imagine not being able to see the sun and being in a
20
room
years.
with no light for 20 years and no human contact whatsoever.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do things to you.
It definitely will, yes. Holy shit. And so dealing with that, also, again, not talking down to kids, Jesse is just an anxious mess. It's, it's...
Same.
Yeah, I know. But it's nice, though.
But yeah, right. It makes the character believable. It makes them feel human, which is a very important element in this story.
For toys.
Right.
For Toy Story.
See, it's funny. Toy Story is the reason why, to this day, I probably can't let anything go. I can't throw anything out.
Well,
I mean, not anything,
but dude, we got punched in the face really hard. And I'm talking about, we got, punched out by, Mr. Dream, right? And let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, right? So we get Toy Story, right? So we have Randy Newman, You Got a Friend in Me, right, giving us a black eye. Then we're kind of staggering, and we got Ash going, I'm gonna catch them all, and you're like, boom, and you're about to fall, but you're still holding on, and then Yugi's like, heart of the cards, and then you're out for the fucking count.
Okay. I'm like, where is he going with this? And then I realize
we have been taught pack mentality to purchase and consistently keep shit around the house since the late 90s. Well, mid to late 90s, because Pokemon came over, then Toy Story around the same time. Obviously didn't come over, but like it was made, and then Yu-Gi-Oh came over, and it's like
so
really.
The moral is everything has a soul, and if you throw something into a landfill, you're a monster. There we go. Perfect.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I think we can end the cast. No.
Yeah. No, look, even if you don't want to say everything has a soul, right? Still, like, why would you throw things in a landfill when someone else can use it? Everything has a use for someone else. That's, in a weird way, why I really respect the, not Al, but that collector. I think that's what, I don't know if that's what they called him, but the cleaner, the guy who cleaned up Woody. I respect that old guy so much. Like, he just comes in. Yeah, it sucks that he took off, the Andy's name on the bottom, but, like, now that I'm older, I'm like, well, it increased the value. I'm sorry that this older man is just doing the job that he was paid to do, all right?
Right.
He's retired, and he needs to make a living.
He's just doing his job. He doesn't know that Al is a fucking monster.
But but it's funny, as a kid, I'm like, no. Now I'm like, well, I mean, it went
stealing
from
one.
Well, no, that's awful. Fuck him for that completely. Like, you either offer her $1K or you get the fuck out. Because he was paid more than $1K for that. He was probably paid, like, oh, my God. Look, museums don't make a lot of money, so to be fair, we shouldn't assume that the museum would actually, now that we've grown up, too, we're like, that museum would not have been able to do this. But
I don't know if it was a private museum. If it was a private collection, it depends. But a public,
you're right.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have made like millions off of it or something like that. Like, he'd probably still get a decent, pay for it, but
I'll
not
argue
something that he'd retire off and live on.
No, but even if he just made $1 million, look at the car that guy drives. I mean, he's one of those dudes that's just like, because it's funny. I don't know if you're well aware of this, because I usually, because obviously we were kids at the time, but like looking back, there were a lot of commercials back in the day of like, hey, I'm Crazy Sam, and I'm going to fucking sell you a microwave. And
right.
it's just
he's a total parody of that.
Yes, I love it. Like, it's just, because didn't we hear about Al's Toy Barn in the first one, just in passing? I believe like on TV maybe? Yes.
I think it was nice. Yes, because it's when Buzz figures out that he's a toy and he's in front of the TV at Sid's house, and it says, now available at all Al's Toy Barns.
Yes. So I love that. And that's the thing, too. And like you said, I don't know what you just whispered, but I'm assuming you've summoned a demon. But I'm just saying that, like I mentioned earlier, expanding on the universe is what's good. That's what you need to do. Don't just create
just little
some
things
new threat.
Too. Right.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be something huge. It could be just like a toy shop in passing that, hey, you might go there in the next run around,
Yeah, this is gonna.
Like, that shit's cool.
It's gonna be a weird comparison, definitely what I'm about to say. But like, we just recently talked about Men in Black 2, so it's still in my head. Instead of just creating a brand new threat, you can easily expand upon something you've already brought up before, but not make it the same kind of, let's just bring a villain back from the dead. Now, Men in Black didn't do that, thankfully, but still, you can expand upon something. I think another Disney movie, not Pixar, but still a Disney one that kind of expanded on the universe, but also made a damn good movie and a sequel, wasn't Aladdin 2, because fuck that. It was actually Aladdin 3.
Right. Oh, yeah, I love Aladdin 3.
Yeah, dude. Expanding on the original story in a very good way. I just feel like that was...
I think that's the one I remember the most. Is the third one.
You fucking should. Like, I love the first one, but you fucking should remember that one the most. God, that was such a good one. Sorry, now I've just started picturing scenes from the end of the movie. We have to jump back to Al's Toy Barn. By the way, I love Etch so fucking much. One of my favorite characters I've now realized.
Fastest knobs in the West.
Yeah, no, it's just the funniest thing. Where it's just like, yeah, we just have an instant sketch artist,
Right. Oh, yeah.
and then when they
that
need
was
the
beautiful.
map, boom, they have the map. I don't know, it just worked out very well, so I loved it.
That's where I need to go.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that this movie obviously isn't perfect, but I just think that it does a damn good job of expanding this story
Oh, yeah.
without making it seem worthless. And another good thing too, just the way they made the first one, it was a complete story, but they didn't do something that was crazy. They didn't do something that really shut it off from future sequels. Now, I'm not
Right.
saying that I like when a movie teases, especially when it's the first in a potential franchise, and it's like, well,
Right,
you know what? Let's
yeah.
be presumptuous. Let's just make it as if we can, do another 2 or 3. And it's like, no, don't fucking do that. Create a complete story in your first movie. And Toy Story
Right.
did that, but it didn't do something crazy where it's just like, oh no, Buzz sacrificed himself for the rest of the gang. And then the second one,
Right.
it's like, wait a minute, Buzz isn't really dead. Oh, for fuck's fuck.
Right.
Like,
We can get a new Buzz Lightyear.
or no.
What,
More
what
like,
the hell, guys?
no. More like, no, we can find, let's say he was, broken, in parts.
Right.
Don't worry, he's still technically okay, his head's fine, or, no, the batteries are still in there, so don't worry, we just need to get him some new battery, some shit like that.
The
It's
nucleus in his head is still intact. He can regenerate. Wait, what the fuck?
I'm sorry,
Rex, what have you been watching on television? It's this new series called Dragon Ball. I love it.
What
Hey,
really got me
He's playing video games already. Come on.
before the video games, even after the video games, something that for some reason I didn't catch when I was a kid, at least as far as I remember, somebody closed my eyes because he can't reach because of his dinosaur arms.
Yep.
Somebody closed my eyes. I can't think. Slinky,
Slinky,
just
yeah.
his
Who's
arm's
behind?
not your. No. It's Slinky going. Your arm's not that bad. Thinking
Oh,
Woody's
right.
just gonna fucking.
Yeah, right. It's not a suicide. It's a rescue mission. Your arm's not that bad, man. Come on.
So that line, I think,
Holy shit.
that line isn't funny. I'm just saying
no.
objectively it's not. Well, you know why it's not funny? It's just, I don't know, for some reason it's just a weird, look, I'm cool
Yeah, it
with
felt a little too dark. It's like, whoa. I know there's
Not
ones
even
in
that
here
it's-
for the
no,
adults, but shit.
not that even that it's too dark. There's a way to make a joke like that and have it work. I just think for some reason, I don't know, if I think it's who said, I don't know, if Mr. Potato Head said it, I feel like if you got Rickles to say it a certain way, I'd probably laugh my ass off. But it's
Or
because
Ham.
of Rex.
Yeah.
But because
Yeah.
of how Rex said it, and it's nothing against, maybe that was the joke. It's like, wow, Rex said it with that voice and everything. But I don't know, even
Right.
as a kid, when I think I knew what suicide was, I'm unsure. If this was the way I
Right.
discovered it, well, you got a friend in me. I don't know, Jesus fucking Christ. But I'm pretty sure I knew what suicide was when I,
I don't want to be laughing this hard while you're fucking describing this, but god damn it.
No, but you see where I'm coming from, though. We were very young
Yes.
when we saw this.
No,
That's the whole
I
point. So I feel
Yeah.
like there should be jokes for other, for adults. And again,
Right.
I understand when some of the jokes are hubba, but some of them, I think in the first one too, there was just stuff that it was like, oh wow, I get that now. That one was
Right.
just a hard, again, you could just copy replace it with anything else. Wow, it's not a murder. And it's just why would you say that? Or it's not a rape. It's why the fuck are you saying these things? You don't just use the term. That's kind of
Right.
why to me I'm it's not funny, because you just use the term. You didn't do some kind of illusion. You didn't do some kind alluding to it. You didn't illusion magic.
Right.
No, we didn't allude to it in some way. You didn't try to curve around in a funny way. It was just, we're going to say the word suicide. Punchline. And I'm nah, there's better ways to do it. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and be like, no joke about that ever. It's like, no, there's ways to craft the joke. And I just feel like it was just done as like a shock value thing. But again, like, I don't know, like it just felt weird compared to the first one, where again, I feel like they swerved around them in good ways, like these really fun jokes that like we're not supposed to get until we're older.
Like on Etch when they're like they were gonna have Woody hang to dry.
Yes. And then he had the noose, and it's like, oh shit.
Right.
Yeah. So that's a horrible joke. stuff like that. Yeah.
But like they kind of. I don't know. I guess maybe because it wasn't a line, it was just a visual gag. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm wondering what they. I'm pretty sure they edit that out on the Nick movie compilation. Well, no, because they air it on Nick. Like you'll flip channels, and you're like, oh, it's yeah, you're right, Nick or Disney. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they removed that. He's not going to the Shadow Realm. It's a rescue.
God. Which is objectively worse than dying, but whatever.
I know. Just a side note, because we brought up Yu-Gi-Oh earlier. How funny is it? It's just like in the English version, it's like, if you get hit with those saws, you are going to go to the Shadow Realm. Japanese version. So they're just fucking saws? Oh, yeah, no, they're just fucking saws. Oh, I mean, I could still be king of games if I lost my leg. Fuck you.
Exactly. Hey, I'm just being real. Like, as long as my soul isn't eternally damned in some horrifying dimension, I think I'll be fine. Well, maybe not fine, but, like, I'll live.
Oh, you know what's something I understood?
Speaking of horrifying dimension.
Yeah, I'll say that right now. Speaking of that, something that I cannot relate any more to now that I'm an adult, the fact that the show got canceled.
Oh, yeah, that too.
God, because as a kid, I was like, oh, that must suck. Oh, no, now I'm like, harsh, cold reality. Between this and Suicide, Toy Story 2 is holding no punches.
My God.
See, that's a funny joke. But seriously though, Toy Story 2, the fact that the show got canceled right before it's fucking, it's like, dude, last episode,
Woody's
goddamn it.
finest hour. Psych. Wait, what? Nope, they all died.
All they had to do was wait 10 more years for a fan petition to get the episodes leaked online. That's all they needed.
Oh my God.
They would have seen that ending. By the time Toy Story 3 is out, that ending's probably out online somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there would have been a fan animation of it. Come on.
Well, if there was audio, yes. But it never got aired.
Maybe that's what happened. They lost the film reel.
If there's audio, they can do it.
And maybe the audio will go out online.
Yep, and then people will fan animate it.
There you go.
Oh,
Woody's
I get it.
You get your ending. You can thank us later.
I get it.
There's a paycheck in the mail.
There's a snake in my boot.
In my boot. Yeah. No, this just. Oh, what do you do? You press the hat down. Oh, and out come bubbles. I'm on a yo-yo. Was.
Oh, you know why you also know that that Woody's been around for a long time? Oh, a record player. I haven't seen this in ages. Like, he isn't straight out of the box. Like, he's been around for the last God knows how many years.
That's fair. Yeah, he probably saw one at like, if we go off the idea that, he's a hand-me-down from Andy's dad, like, yeah, he probably saw it in their house. I was thinking maybe, like, his mom had one lying around and, like, it was in the attic or something. It's like, oh, she hasn't brought that out in, like, years or something to that effect.
True. But I'm thinking, I mean, I'm not saying, well, it's funny. If this is in the 90s, then yes, you could have used the record player in the 80s. But still, it's a very...
Because, like, I mean, my family has a record player. Like, I grew up, I knew what a record player was.
Me too.
It was funny when people looked at me and, like, what's a record player? I'm like, you don't know? When I was younger.
No, it's crazy. No, me too, yeah, because we had one in the house as well. We never used it, but I know we had one.
Right, or like cassette tapes, too. Like, my mom had plenty of cassette tapes. I'm like, oh, all right.
No, people have to know what cassette tapes are if they're around our age, because people use them in the car all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
yeah. Although to be fair, like the ones that were in the car that I remember were like all the like sing-alongs, but not the
God,
ones
right.
that you. No, but it was all like
what
that.
a wonderful
Yes,
phrase.
we have a Lion King one lying around the house. But we also have I think Alvin and the Chipmunks one or something.
Oh no.
Excuse me, but this is the best time of year.
Oh no, Alvin!
It's not a rescue mission. It's anyway. So I see that's funny. But
I mean,
but anyway,
for me, there are plenty of like, just like I loved from the first one, there are plenty of one-liners in this that they're actually a bit quieter and a little more subtle. So like, I had to watch real close this time. Like, I turned it up when there was dialogue, when they were like just kind of talking in and amongst each other. And there are so many golden ones. Like, oh my God, it's so great.
Like you said, the my butt one is definitely funny.
Yeah, when is everybody present and accounted for? They're just outside the hotel. Who? It's like, no, not everyone. Who's behind? Mine. And Slinky's backside just walks up and like knocks out behind them.
Oh my God. Also, the huge car pileup. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I think that went well.
You know what gave me anxiety as a kid?
At it. Yeah.
I can assure you, I know what anxiety. I've had anxiety since I was a kid. When Potato Head is trying to get his foot.
Right, his foot off the gum. Oh my God. Yeah.
Everything's
it's
fine.
Funny. It's probably not like it's not obviously an Indiana Jones, but it kind of almost reminds you of that.
Right? No, me too.
But there are plenty of Star Wars. Hell, there's even a Jurassic Park joke in there. When Rex dinosaur overboard, and it even says objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear.
I don't know if I got the
shit.
Jurassic Park one as a kid, but the Star Wars one was fucking great.
Yeah.
I am your father.
You surrender, Buzz Lightyear. Never. I'll never give up. You killed my father. No, I am your father. No.
So I forgot. That's not the original quote, right? No, I am your father. That's not the original quote.
No, okay. It's.
I bring it up because I'm assuming...
everyone always forgets the no.
Oh, so then that is the original quote. I only bring it up because
I'm pretty sure
a lot of parodies fuck up the
right, or
and because the parodies do that, everyone, including me, get it wrong.
Right. No, because Luke goes. He told me enough. He told me you killed him, and he says, "No, I am your father."
No. Then he falls down the shaft. No.
I love. Oh, I can't. Rex is just like, no, but come on into the elevator. But Buzz is in peril. Oh, I can't look, and knocks Zurg off, and he falls. I finally defeated Zurg. Father. Oh, God.
I'm gonna play with my dad.
Oh, good throw, Buzzy. Go long. Yippee. Farewell. And he does live long and prosper. Star Trek. I forgot that. Oh, how could I forget that?
Oh, I forgot about that too.
Buzz does live long and prosper twice.
You know why?
That's the second time he does it.
I'll tell you why I forgot. Because it just seems like a normal thing you say to someone.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, all he says is farewell. But if you look at his hand, he specifically does live long and prosper.
Right. Also, I would like to note, fuck Stinky Pete.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like,
I mean, it's fun.
I mean, it sucks because he's not wrong, but like, fuck him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, he's totally like you're letting your anger, you're taking it out on those that didn't do it to you. Like, yeah, Buzz is a space toy, but it's not like he's the one that left you on a dime store shelf for your entire life.
Well, it's not so much Buzz. It's the idea that you're going to be forgotten because, he said, is Andy going to... this is an adult... This is an adult thing. Is Andy going to bring you on your honeymoon? And I was like, I would hope not.
Yeah, right.
That
But
would
yeah,
change.
I mean, that's right. But that's the really cool thing about, like you were saying, like Toy Story doesn't pull any punches. Like, it shows it's just enough of reality, but altered enough to still be a fun movie, but enough of reality to make you think of it like we would. And it's like the whole idea is arguing back and forth is like, no, toys, kids grow up. They're not going to play with us forever. But the whole idea is basically like live your life to the fullest. Like, yeah, we're all going to end eventually, although it's arguable for the toys because they're seemingly immortal unless they're completely destroyed all in one shot. But that's a whole nother existential nightmare waiting to be
We're not
unfolded.
going to go there. Please, dude. Please just stop this right now.
Pretty much. But it's the idea of, Woody realizing, right, I'm an idiot. Like, I need to help these guys, but, like, I wouldn't miss Andy growing up for the world. And he's still my kid right now. Of course I'm going to spend that time with him.
Yeah, I think that's my only issue with the movie. Not that he had that realization, but for some reason it takes Woody that long to think about it. Like,
I mean, losing a limb will
has,
kind of make you think about and reevaluate your life choices.
Not that. Once he gets his arm back, which it didn't take that long, once he gets the arm back, he's like, great, now I can go see Andy, and fuck all y'all. Like, it could have just been like, it could have, was that a good impression? It could have just...
Sure, spot on, 100%.
I don't know
Tom
if I believe
Hanks
you.
Be proud.
I don't know if I believe... Well, I'm Tom Hanks' brother's brother. I'm third in line. I'm third in line. If you can't get Tom Hanks' brother, call me.
There you go.
Pixar, I'm definitely available.
And I'm available for Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, no, you're available for Rex. You did a great Rex before.
That's fair.
But anyway, but seriously though, so yeah, it's weird that it took Woody so long. Like, I feel like maybe it was just me, but I feel like every kid either in the theater or just watching, it's like, why can't they all go see Andy? Like,
oh yeah, no, I felt that way too.
Like immediately. Again, Woody needs to get his arm back, but once he gets his arm back, he's literally like deuces, and it's like, what? They're still there, and they're still going to be thrown in the dark. You know this.
Right. Yeah, and I get that. I definitely felt that way at one point as well.
Yeah.
But I think thematically, just to have Buzz be able to have that moment with Woody and see that change in his character from the first to the second movie, being like, I came to rescue, the cowboy that taught me, being, a child's toy was the best thing in the world.
And it was beautiful to have not just that scene, but to have them bring in another great reason why they brought in the Toy Barn, to show another Buzz, to see how much Buzz has grown. Yes. Like, it was funny and it's comic relief.
Beautiful.
I know it's comic relief, but it just also works to see how far Buzz is, how much Buzz has changed. Like, it really does show you, like, wow, like, yes, it took that one movie, it took interacting with the outside world to be like, yeah, this isn't what you think it is. This is not Starfleet, Star Command.
I love how he literally leans in, like, looking at him. He's like, am I really that fat? Like, the first time I saw that, I nearly spit out my drink in the theater.
Yeah. But,
oh, God.
Oh, you did see this in theaters?
I think I did. Because I was really, because it was, like, coming out that just before Thanksgiving, I think, and I was, like, really excited. I think I saw it. I could be wrong, but...
No, it's fine. I understand.
But I remember seeing the commercials for it, like, on TV.
Me too.
Because they played, The Boys Are Back in Town, except it was The Toys Are Back in Town.
Oh, God. But no, that makes sense. I remember something else that I think you and I have talked about, and, now we have the chance to talk about it because it is of the same name. The Toy Story 2 video game for the Windows PC and for the PS1.
Yeah, boy.
It probably was for another console too, but if I can remember. So, yeah, I didn't have Toy Story on the Super Nintendo. And I've played it, and I'm okay that I didn't. I don't hate it. It's just
Right.
when you play Toy Story 2 on the PS1, technically it's Buzz Lightyear. Was it Buzz Lightyear's Adventure or something? To the Rescue.
Yeah, it was
So,
Toy Story 2,
yeah.
Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue.
Thank you. Yes. So when you get to play as Buzz, and
I
you get to
literally
go
have
throughout
it
the
right here on
entire
my
house.
shelf.
Good. You should. You fucking should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I think I still have it. If I don't, I don't know where it would be for the PC when I had it for the PC, but I know I have it for the PC and for the PS1. I don't remember many changes with the ports, although honestly it's been a while, so maybe there were drastic changes. Either way, it's a fucking fun game. I've never beaten it.
That game was dope.
Have you beaten it?
Hell yeah. Not as a
All right.
child, because, dear God, I was inept.
It's interesting because like I didn't know you as a child, but I know you now, so I can see it. But like it's crazy. But still, you beat the game and I didn't. So what does that say about me?
Yeah, like middle school, high school, like I started like looking through my collection. I'm like, what can I beat? And I went back to that. I'm like, you know what? This was fun. It frustrated me as a child, but now, and I went back and played it. I'm like, I love this. It's a really damn good game.
So yeah, it frustrated me as a child, but I just felt so happy being able to be lost in the house and just walk around and do random shit that like I did get in I did like get to levels where I was outside like in a construction yard and stuff, but I really just enjoyed just being in the house, collecting all this random stuff. It's interesting that like nobody talks about that. Like when people talk about movie license games, I feel like that's the one everyone should be talking about. It's just so much better.
I've heard a few people.
Okay.
But like not many.
Yeah. I'm not going to say it's better than
not
any
as many as
movie
there
license.
should be.
Yeah, exactly. But like out of all the movie license games that are out there, that's one that I think people should really play.
Deserves some recognition. Yeah.
Yes. And it's interesting because as far as I remember, it's really just Toy Story 2 in name, I think. I mean, you've played more of it. Does it get into the Al's Toy Barn stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It has,
okay.
Like, literally has cutscenes from the movie, too.
Okay. Because, like, because when I was a kid, I didn't get that far. Or maybe I did and I forgot. But, like, I remember getting far enough that, the first few scenes had cutscenes from the movie, right? The first few levels.
All
right?
of them did.
Or no? Oh, okay. Then I'm just forgetting the cutscenes because, I'm just forgetting the cutscenes. But I just got lost because you know what it is too. Some of the earlier stuff. I mean, don't you have to fight a toy Zurg in like the first? Yeah, but
not in the first,
later.
But you fight. Oh yeah, later on you fight him in the elevators.
Oh, then never mind. Then I'm getting ahead of myself. In the earlier parts of the game, you have to fight this weird toy in Andy's attic. So as you guys can tell, just by me saying that,
it used to terrify me as a child.
That was fucking scary. That was okay. So now that I've played Legend of Zelda, it's basically that one level of Link to the Past where you're getting pushed off of the level of the arena by the worm, and then you have to climb all the way fucking back up to fight it. So yeah, as a kid, that freaked the hell out of me. Playing, like, beating him. I finally beat him. It took a while, but I finally did.
Yeah.
But my point being, Tristan, is this. Once you're fighting a toy in Andy's attic, in my head, I'm like, this wasn't based off of Toy Story 2. But it just added some more stuff into it that I think really, added to the game that were really fun. So, like, you got to go outside, like, literally in the grass. I mentioned the construction site earlier.
You explore the neighborhood. Yeah, the construction site. Oh, that gave, God, like, okay, so I have a fear of heights, but it's a little bit better now. When I was a kid, I was terrified of heights. Even in a game, when you fought the boss at the top of the unfinished building in the construction yard, falling from that terrified me.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Dude, yes.
And I was just like, like I'd have to like look away, and then I'd finally get control of myself again, and Buzz would be on the ground like, Jesus, kid, get yourself together. Come on. I have a friend to save. You're not helping. But yeah.
I've stopped talking because I am looking for the game.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to fucking find it because I'm going to. Thanks, Tristan.
Well, you expected me to gush longer, didn't you?
No. Now I want to play it.
Oh, no, dude, I do too. As soon as I heard the phrase, he's stealing Woody, I had a flashback to that game. I'm like, fuck, I have to play that again now.
Where the fuck is it?
But we have
fuck. Where is
we
it?
have we have a channel for that kind of thing, Matt, don't we?
Tristan,
wink, wink.
stop
nudge,
talking.
nudge. Say
Tristan,
no more, say no
stop
more.
talking. Tristan, this is not the time to discuss those guys play on YouTube that we've been doing for No, I'm seriously trying to look for this game. I can't find it. Fuck. How do I... You know what I want to do right now? And I bought this to get some footage, but you know what I'm so mad... Because you and I have played it on that channel. I have Disney's Dinosaur, but I can't find Toy Story 2. I will Frisbee this out my window if it meant that I could get that game back in this exact spot.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I would too. Hands down.
Disney's Dinosaur. Where the hell is my PS1 version of that game?
That was another movie licensed game that shouldn't be talked about.
See, that's the one that's like, but
I
Buzz
love that
Lightyear,
movie.
hell yeah.
Yeah. I love that movie, but not that game.
That's another movie that we talked about. I didn't love
Yes,
it,
it
but
is.
I didn't hate it.
I love that movie as a child so hard.
But no,
Yeah,
we talked about
understandably
that a while ago.
Yes,
yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
also
'cause we
played
the
that.
game.
Oh,
We haven't beaten it yet, but yeah.
We're working on it, I swear. I just have to brace myself mentally and physically.
Yeah, we all have to.
and emotionally.
And I have to. I still have your memory card for another game that I
Yes,
need
we have to
to
find
get some
your
footage for. That's why. That's why we haven't played it.
Anyway, Toy Story 2.
Yeah, cool stuff, man. Great game, wonderful. Cool.
Oh,
cool.
I meant the movie.
Yeah, no, but seriously, the movie. Yeah, I don't want to gush about it too much, so if you want to throw in some funny lines that you remember or some other stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
a horrifying
Oh.
thing is
Okay,
Buzz
you
being
first.
trapped while other Buzz is like, I'm taking
Oh,
your
yeah.
position. I was like,
You
as
got
a kid,
the wrong Buzz. No.
Yeah, as a kid, I was like,
I'm just
what's
zooming
gonna
out.
happen?
And it's like, oh.
Mhm.
Speaking of horrifying, though, when Woody is asleep and he dreams, do toys dream? When he dreams of Andy coming back home, and it's like, Woody, oh, you're broken, and then Andy's face, I don't want to play with you anymore. Although it's funny, the first hint that that scenario isn't real is if
It's
you
his
look
face.
at the play. Well, no, that's the second hint. The first hint is everyone's playing with cards on the floor, and they look up at Woody. If you notice, all of the cards are the ace of spades. Every single one of them.
That's
And then-
not possible.
They are.
No, it's
What
not
do you
possible
mean
to
not?
have all of them be ace of spades.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
same
yeah,
deck.
Right.
Oh, what
I'm
were
like,
you
wait,
gonna say?
why is he fucking with me right now?
No. Why
Um,
were you saying that it's a hint? I thought that's why you were saying it was a
Yeah.
hint.
Well, yeah. Well, because it's impossible to have a deck
Oh.
that's okay.
Okay,
They're
I thought
all one card. Right.
Yeah. I thought
And
you
it
had
looks
some
like they
other
were playing
reason.
Cards. No.
Yes.
So then he drops Woody and, he falls through there and into the garbage can of all these arms of different toys, and then they come to life and drag Woody into the garbage can, and just Andy putting the lid over the trash can, like, bye, Woody. That was fucking horrifying as a child.
Sid's Shop of Horrors. That's basically what that
Yeah,
was.
right. Basically.
I wonder how Sid's toys are doing.
I'm sure they're better now that he's not destroying them on purpose.
You want to put some money down? How much money you want to put down? Sid is in this movie. He's currently in juvie. How much money you want to put down?
Yeah, I could see it.
All right, so we both keep the money, I guess. We're not betting against each other, so I guess we both won.
No, there we go.
But yeah. Oh, God, Jesse's story is really sad. Like now that I'm an adult, I'm like, the decor.
God,
but like
yeah.
as a kid, I was like, I'm not crying.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know the name of who sung the song for that bit.
But yeah.
But my God, that's just watching it now. I was like, I'm not tearing up. Shut up. Shut up.
No.
But like,
I think
God, and her voice is beautiful. My God.
Yeah, no, the saddest thing about it too is that like I know it would be weird if she's talking to her toys. I'm assuming she's in her 20s when she dropped her off. But like
right, exactly.
Well, I mean, she was in her 20s, then she would have been in the 90s. But like she's at least in her late teens. So what I mean is that when she drops her off like that, right, in her late teens or whatever, you would think like it was all you needed her to say to Jesse was, "You're gonna have a better life now," and it's like, "Oh, good.
Right.
See, you can be with someone else new." Like, but no, it's just complete abandonment.
Yeah.
It's literally dropping off a dog at the side of the road. Like, holy shit.
I mean, at least for her, it was a donation drive and not, a landfill or the trash bag.
Yeah,
but
still,
no, definitely abandonment issues.
Yeah.
Understandably so. And she even kind of says that when Woody's like, "Just come with me. Andy would love to have you guys." She's like, "I don't know about this." And he's like, "Hey, he's got a little sister too." And she's like, "Why the fuck didn't you say so?"
Oh, I loved her energy too. It was so because it was so because it was, I don't know, there was something about it that was like really like nice and like it was wholesome is what it was.
Right. Okay.
You know?
I'm officially freaked out now.
What?
But yeah, no, like when they first
I don't know
meet
what
and they're.
Oh, yes.
When they first meet him and she's like, "It's you. He's like, "Please stop saying that."
Yeah. You saved us. We are in your debt. Leave me alone.
You saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. Would you get away from me? Oh, they're so cute. Let's adopt them. Daddy. Oh, no. Oh, bless you, Wrinkles.
Oh, my God.
Or what was another one that killed me? Oh, when they're in the airport and they get the pet containers and they're like, somebody's coming, and then, oh, look, a puppy, and Slinky just bark. She runs off screaming. That killed me as a child. Even when I was a child, I laughed at kids suffering. That's dark. Anyway.
No,
I was
you
a
say
morbid
that
child,
as
right?
No, you said that as Jessie stopped her story and looked down and got sad, and Woody was like, "I didn't know."
No.
When you said you finished what you said, and Woody's like, "I didn't know."
I didn't know. Just go.
Oh man. Oh, we should mention
even Bullseye too. Just like,
Kelsey,
no, Bullseye, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, God. Bullseye was a wonderful addition because, yes, we have Slinky, but he's not really meant to be a dog. You know? Like, he's a lot more...
Right.
Like, Slinky is goofy.
I might not be a smart dog, but I know what roadkill is.
Yeah. But Slinky is meant to be more of the goofy, you know? Like, yes, it's not like he's not a dog, but he's not Pluto. So you have, you have Bullseye be kind of like the Pluto, and it works really well. Like, I know he's supposed to be a horse, but he's basically a dog.
Yeah.
So like it was just really cool to kind of have that dynamic there, really cute.
Yeah.
But something else I wanted to say is, yes, at the end that was
like
perfect.
When Woody, gets on Bullseye, he's like, "Come on, Buzz," and they go after the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I want to say it was a bit much, but honestly, where else can you go when like the big thing for the toy is a delivery truck? Like, what's the next big thing? You kind of have to go for like like not the plane necessarily, but like you know a truck that's trying to deliver the toys to put them into baggage on a plane. You kind of have to do that. Like you kind of have to go out there. Like clearly the first one showed people are okay with the fact that the toys are talking. So fucking go nuts.
Right. But that's the thing, like, from one, like you were saying earlier, they're like adding on to the universe, but making it, one step at a time, and it's making these parallels, like, different situations, like from the moving van, but up to a plane now, like upscaling it, and making the world a little bit bigger each time. And I feel like they've done that so well with Toy Story. Yeah.
I mean, other movies do that too, but I think the difference is that because these are toys and this is animated, it's a bit more palatable than like in Die Hard 2 where it's like John McClane, normal human, fighting on the side of a plane. And it's like, but he's a normal dude. I mean, he's fucking John McClane, don't get me wrong. Fucking basically a superhero without the powers. But
America.
John McClane's quirk, he can step on glass barefoot.
Oh my
No, but really though, like John McClane, badass. I don't know if you've seen Die Hard, but we got to watch it around Christmas. You, me, Coquito, and
Yes.
Die Hard. Like, it'll be great. Like,
Well,
we got to watch
signed
Die
me
Hard.
up.
Yeah, right. No, but Die Hard's amazing. But
Oh yeah.
after the first one, even with the first one, obviously, it's like, it's an action movie. You got to accept certain things. But in the next few after that, they jumped the gun so fucking they jumped the shark rather so fucking hard that it's like, all right, there's a difference between this is an action movie and you're trying to sell me on a live action anime. Like, I'm fine watching a Power Rangers show. You're just trying to sell me on Power Rangers without the suits and the giant mech. Because McClane,
Right.
no, I'm just saying that McClane went too what they did with him was so nuts.
Right.
That it was like, all right, this isn't like an action movie. He might as well be riding on the back of a xenomorph, shooting laser beams at Predator. Like, this is just getting a bit much. So, but again, these are toys. This is an animated film. You can kind of get away with some stuff, that isn't like outright soupy. Because when it's a superhero thing, I'm not really gonna, knock it as long as the plot's good and the characters are good. I'm not really gonna knock it, but when it comes to something that's trying to be like an action hero thing that we'll see other, of course, a lot of franchises and stuff, usually they just jump the shark in a way that's like, well, we have to increase the scale and the weight of this.
And the damage.
And the thrill.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
But it's kind of like, but live action. You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for the live action version of Toy Story.
You know what? I'm going to take a line that you said earlier and substitute it here. I would fling you out a window to have that not happen.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, touch my Toy Story with live action, please. Thank you.
God, it would be the dumbest thing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because at least,
please no.
At least the other ones, quote unquote, make sense. But they're toys anyway. Why would you do this?
Right.
Why? They're already toys anyway. You're gonna have people voicing over Ham and Potato Head and Rex.
Oh, God.
Why?
Rex
Why
is an
would
actual
you say
dinosaur.
it's live action?
Ham is an actual pig.
Exactly. Why?
Potato Head is an actual potato.
Well, I mean, with the that's the weirdest thing too, is that it would be weird that he was an actual potato because there is a Potato Head doll. So why would you not?
Right.
Potato Head dolls wouldn't look like a potato.
Right. Yeah. And I'm gonna include your angry eyes just in case.
Angry Eyes puts in his fucking feet.
Get ready for Mr. Angry Eye.
Puts
I love
in
the
feet.
fact that his fucking ears fall out when he hits the wall.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm confused. So you know Toy Story a bit more than I do. At least you remember it, I think, a bit more than I do. Buzz didn't have that belt in the first movie.
No, that's new. Because that's why they were like, hey, Buzz, nice belt. Where'd you get it? He's like, their standard issue.
For some reason, I thought they took it off or something. Like he took the belt off.
No.
Okay, so then that means that they revised the character model to try to sell more toys.
Yeah. Well, it's hilarious because even Barbie, tour guide Barbie, makes a note as they're going, and this is the Buzz Lightyear aisle. Back in 95, I think she said in 95, marketers did not, order enough toys
to meet expectations,
to meet demand.
Which is funny because that's basically what happened with Tickle Me Elmo, and that happens all the time with either toys or with video games. And there's always this discussion or debate: is it because they are quote unquote dumb, or is it because they're trying to create artificial scarcity? And it's so funny because there's always talk of well, it increases demand, and it's just yeah, but some people will pay any price. Therefore, you're not making that sale in the future if someone bought something for $500 instead of for $300. Look at all that stuff with the NES and the SNES Classic editions, right? Where so many people scalped it that might have cut into Nintendo's profits if they had, it cut into their profits. Yeah, it wouldn't have if they had made more. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, if they had
wouldn't
just
have cut
made
into
more,
profits.
they wouldn't have had that problem.
Exactly, because that money's not going back to Nintendo. Technically,
Buy more,
someone
make more.
bought 2, sure, but like that. But if someone could have bought, if everyone could have been satisfied, still it would have
Right.
been money in Nintendo's pocket. Especially if someone wanted to buy more, and then they're like, oh, I'll give them to their friends or whatever, yada yada. But no, it was people trying to buy more to scalp more, and then it looks like it's bad on Nintendo, all that shit. I mean, heck, even in the 90s, they had the chip shortage. I don't know if you know, we've talked about this. The chip shortage where it was like, it was basically an issue where Nintendo was telling companies, and this is a real thing. Again, some people still try to say it's artificial scarcity, but Nintendo had a chip shortage where they were like, we cannot create new NES games. I think it was for the NES. So we can't create new NES games because legit, we have exhausted our ability to make all these games with the chips,
to make
because
them.
people because people kept on buying more and more and more and more. Not even to scalp, just people. I mean, maybe some, but like people were buying it because it's like, oh, my kid wants the new Super Mario. Oh, my kid's friend likes Super Mario. Now I want to get the new NES and get Super Mario. Yada yada. All these different games too, not just Super Mario. A ton of third-party games as well. So because of the chip shortage, it was like, sorry. Oh, that Zelda, the first Zelda, I think. I don't think it was the second one. I'm pretty sure it was the first Zelda. Actually got delayed due to the chip shortage.
Wow.
By like 6 months or something. Yeah. I mean, it was already released in Japan on the Famicom disk system, but when it got ported to the NES, when the disk system clearly didn't look like it was doing so hot, at least for the U.S. audience, they were going to bring it over. I'm pretty sure the first Zelda, or maybe the second one, was delayed by like 6 months because of this chip shortage. So people still had their pre-orders up. It was just like, hey, if you want to keep them up, you'll get them eventually.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, God, Woody's face in this movie when he's trying to be like this hip guy when he pops out of the box, that's the creepy face that I forgot what company in Japan used with their toy.
Oh.
Yeah, you've seen that face around, memed around. That's one of the faces. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes.
It's funny. I thought it was supposed to, like making a joke, like he was like a big actor or something and just, like, doing these
No, that's the joke. But, again, the toy, the way that the face looked, because it was an official toy. Remember, different heads, different faces, one of those. It's the same.
Yeah,
I think is it a figure art? Because it actually is compatible with other toys in the same line. So, like, you could replace his head with Dio's. Or vice versa.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've seen that picture.
Yes, that's not like a crazy custom thing. They're all in the same. They use the same joints.
Huh. Okay.
So it's just simple to, like, if you bought a bunch of different figures from the similar company, they use the same joints, so you can just pop on like a Dio head or like I don't know if you can pop on like Jonathan's head, but like you can basically just put different parts. Yeah. What? Oh, God damn it. I don't even know about that yet. God damn it. Anyway, thanks for spoiling that, Tristan. Reminding me.
It's not like I'm the one who did it for you, though.
That's fair. Anyway. Oh, my God. Anyway. Oh, I loved when Woody was like, no, these are my friends. Yeah, we're his friends. No, not them. You, them.
No. Yes. No. Wait. Fuck.
Oh my God. But yeah. So, oh God,
you really are Stinky Pete.
I don't remember much from the third one because it's been a very long time. I want Buzz and Jesse to be together forever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the funny thing too about like this movie. It felt like everyone had a partner now too. Just kind of hilarious.
It was nice.
But also, like kind of like nice. Just everybody was happy.
Oh, is it just me or between the first two, Toy Story 1 and 2, they really like played up anything that we assumed was there between Woody and Bo Peep?
I mean,
no, because we saw something there in the first one, but like this one, she's literally roping him in. He's like, not in front of Buzz or something.
Not in front of Buzz.
And it was like, let him watch. Yeah,
right. Oh,
like
that was
that's much
joke.
different than the first one.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess.
No, she sweet talked him, but she didn't do that.
I mean, she used to grab him with her cane too each time, and he's like, "Bo, there's got to be a better way to get my attention."
Well, no, we saw something there, but it's different than this. This is like, oh no, they're together.
I guess, yeah. But when she's like, "This is for Woody when you find him," and she kisses Buzz on the cheek, and Buzz is like, well, I don't think it'll mean the same coming from me.
That's
like, as a kid, I didn't understand that joke, but now,
well, because in my head, I'm just picturing Buzz just kissing Woody, and it's like, what are you doing? Bo Peep said that I should pass that along to you. Okay.
I don't think she meant literally, Buzz, but I thank you for the sentiment.
No problem, Woody. No, come back with us.
Oh God.
Could you imagine? Even though it would have undercut the entire scene, could you imagine if Buzz was like, well, then fine. Take this from Bo Peep. Buzz, what are you doing? Just kisses him on the cheek. Goodbye, Woody.
My God.
What?
Or even more hilarious, they get back. Like, imagine if they went back and he went to Japan and Bo Peep's like, I'm getting on the plane. What? I'm getting on the plane and bringing his ass back. All right then.
Woody is in love with Jessie, and this is all a ploy. No. This is all just a ploy. They're not actually going to Japan. Just Woody is going to going, and then Bo Peep is like, no, Woody, because you're leaving, I'm going to be here for you the entire time, and I'll even see you get on that plane. And Woody's just like, I guess I'm going to Japan.
Oh, my God.
Please tell me you know what I'm referencing.
I know that it's a reference. I don't remember where.
I guess I'm going to Yemen.
Oh, God. Right, yes.
Friends.
Yes.
I saw that one on TBS the other day. Oh, actually, speaking of TBS, putting even Nick aside, I think I've seen this movie a lot, marathon or like
seen
on
Toy
TBS.
Story on there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm only bringing that up because I'm not saying it was never on Nick. Recently, the first one was, interestingly enough. I think before we talked about it, although it might have been on, and then you and I, it spurred that conversation, like, oh, we should do this, because you've been talking to me about doing Toy Story for a while now. But with the second one, though, thinking back on it, anytime I've seen it and I flip channels, it's pretty much been TBS. That's interesting. I wonder why.
Tim Allen and Tom Hanks, maybe? I don't know.
No. I say TBS because usually someone has a connection to someone somewhere. Where it's just we know that TBS and TNT are both Turner. So whenever you flip channels, it's like, oh, TBS, TNT, they both have Star Wars. Of course they do, right? That's what I mean. So I'm wondering. I'm like, Disney, Pixar. I wonder why. I mean, it's not a bad way to try to get us in. Such a good movie. But no, I haven't seen it on TBS in a while though. But I remember maybe 5 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Around that time, I remember seeing it consistently on TBS. So that was nice.
I remember seeing it around the holidays a lot because that and it's just a good family movie to have on too in the background too at events like Thanksgiving, Christmas around there because that's when it came out too.
Yes, of course. Such a good it's definitely a good movie for that as well. I'm thinking anything else. I don't know if there's anything else I want to say other than Stinky Pete wasn't the strongest villain, but it was nice to have a twist that made sense.
Yeah.
See, remember when we talked about a twist in Men in Black 2 that I didn't like, that I felt like came out of nowhere?
Your box. Yeah.
In this case, I feel like this was a twist that was not coming out of nowhere. Although it was one that you and I, older, if we had watched this when we were older, we'd be like, wait, he's not in mint condition? That would confuse us more now than it would as a kid.
Right.
Because as a kid, I'm like, no, but, not that I guessed it was Stinky Pete, but I'm like, but Jessie wouldn't do that. So it makes sense that it's Stinky Pete. Now I'd be like, wait, but he, but now I'm like fanning myself. I'm like, but I thought he was mint, but he's not going to get enough. Al's not going to get enough money for this.
My God, Al's not going to make rent this month.
Well, no. Well, good, but
right.
I don't want this. It's funny. No, now that it's 2019, I don't want the toy store to close. I just want Al to not be the one running it.
Yeah.
Just now that it's 2019, and I'm seeing these toy stores and these game stores closing down, I'm like, hold on. Remove Al, but keep the business going.
Keep the toy barn. Just call it the toy barn. That works just as well. Please,
Exactly.
dear God.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought that Al was a good villain. I think he should have been maybe the main villain, but again, like it was a smart twist because they can't show themselves to Al necessarily. You can't have that happen again like it did with Sid.
Yeah.
So in this case, what are you going to do? How are you going to have the toys fight something or someone one-on-one when it's a human who's the villain? So it's good to have the human be like this big bad, but like what are you going to do? Yes, you could say Zurg got nerfed a bit, but again, I never even thought Zurg was going to be in the movie.
Right.
So
yeah.
that was a surprise.
That was beautiful.
Yes. So you sit back
I really
and you
did
think,
love that game opening, too.
dude.
Oh yeah, that was another
yeah.
one. When he does the backflip over him, but even through the whole thing of him getting there, Zurg's power source is a battery. It's a AA battery.
Yes.
And then but Zurg just blows him away. Like the first time I saw the movie, I was like, oh.
That's the best opening to a movie ever.
Yeah, like my parents actually like looked down like, uh-oh.
Because they didn't know what was coming, right?
Right. I literally saw it, like, I can swear out of the corner of my eyes, like, or I looked up at my parents and they were like, oh, shit.
And then it's a video game and everything's okay.
Right, and then they're like, oh, fuck. See, it's okay. It's not Buzz. You're a better Buzz than I am. I can't hit the fire button and jump at the same time.
Well, how did you react to it after when you heard that? Were you like, oh, it's a video game. Haha, I play video games.
Yeah, I was still a little bit in shock, but I was like, funny joke. Funny joke.
Wait, you saw the movie
now
yesterday?
I think it's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Isn't that how you react to stuff now? Haha, funny joke.
Well, depends on the context. Usually I laugh maniacally, but...
That's fair. Just... I need someone to laugh at my joke. Me sitting in my room, I need someone to laugh at my joke. You, a Stitch in the distance, laughs hysterically.
Basically.
No, but the thing is when it comes to that opening, the reason why I say something like that, and I know that's a really big thing to say, the best opening ever, really? Come on, Matt. It's not nostalgia-based. It's just if you go into this blind, even if you just know a little bit about Buzz Lightyear, or even about Toy Story, you go into this blind, you legit sit back and you're like, did he just get disintegrated? Like, it's not, like, they literally, I mean, you can't show him being, like, you can't show him without a head because that would somehow look worse.
Yeah.
But showing him without his complete upper body at all, I'm like, what just happened? Because think about, again, like, everyone has to think about this. The first time, if you saw this movie live as a kid, like in theaters or VHS, and you weren't spoiled, comment down below and tell us.
Betrayals.
No, but seriously, comment down below because just seeing this for the first time and not knowing what's coming up, pre-social media, internet existed, but I'm sure spoilers were still obviously a big thing, but not as big as they are now. I mean, now, if you get a big movie, I could probably, within a day of Toy Story 4, I could probably get the whole thing spoiled for me, not just in a YouTube video, but probably via a text. Hell, just by Twitter, depending on how, who's talking about it, who I'm following, or who's following who, all that stuff. Twitter's algorithm's weird now. You could probably get spoiled on a movie in like an hour after it comes out. So, seeing this, sitting there, not knowing, and then he's dead. So, I was also, I don't think I was in your exact position, but I was pretty close to it. And then I was like, oh, it's a video game. I like video games. Oh, it's a Super Nintendo. For me, that immediately threw me back into, like, good spirits. I'm like, Super Nintendo, I know this.
Yeah, because, like, at that point, I was kind of like, I don't know what to believe now. Are they going to do it to me again? I don't know if I can trust you, Pixar. Looking at you, Pixar. You did it to me 20 years later.
The more things change, the more they stay the same with you, I guess.
Basically. But yeah, no, I'm like, what's real and what's not? What if it's just all a huge game? No, it's the wrong movie. You didn't even see The Matrix as a child. You shouldn't think this is The Matrix. What are you doing?
I want to say that you're wrong for thinking this, but I probably was thinking if they are they going to do it again, like as a running gag.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not wrong. Like I want to say that you're paranoid, but honestly, yeah, I probably thought the same thing.
You're not wrong. I am paranoid.
But I think I thought something similar. So to be fair, you're not. Like I want to say you are, but it just I'm thinking about it. I'm like, no, that sounds like the way you're describing it. I'm like, did I also do that?
You don't know if you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love Stinky Pete's. His it's weird because it's like his comeuppance is just the fact that he gets to be played with someone by someone who likes to draw on all of her toys. So it's just kind of funny that that's the comeuppance. Like you're not going to get destroyed or anything because her Barbie's intact.
Oh, right.
But
right.
It's
You'll
hey,
love Amy. She's an artist.
Oh no.
She's gonna live a good life.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to mention this earlier, but we jumped into some really funny stuff. Same cast came back, but we have the addition of Kelsey Grammer, which holy shit.
Right.
Kelsey Grammer, Frasier, and Beast as Stinky Pete.
Right. Shit.
Yes. So that's pretty cool. And I don't remember off the top of my head who voiced over Jessie. So let me see that right now. But, so Jessie, Toy Story, she was, because I believe her voice actress changed throughout the years. But let's see about this. Why is this not just easily accessible?
You can go to Japan and it's like you can go in one piece or in multiple. If he fixed you once, he can do it again.
See, that was horrifying.
Yes. And yeah, like I feel like it was good to have a human villain but also a toy villain. Like it was nice to see that, or I don't know, like it was a good balance. Because yeah, like you said, they couldn't reveal themselves to Al. There was, they needed something else there. And I thought that was a good way to do it. And it's weird because, Pete's a dick for, doing what he does to Woody and everybody else. But, you can kind of see where he's coming from. Like, you understand why he's angry. Like, not to justify his actions, but, you understand where some of that anger is coming from. And it's like, well, it's the thing was, it's like, hey, Woody was like, dude, you can come with me too. Like, Andy will play with us. It's like, no, I can't be destroyed. I must be eternal. I must be forever.
All right, cowboy. All right, partner.
Right. you're
go
literally
do
gonna
that.
sit. That's the thing. Buzz says it perfectly. It's like, yeah, live the rest of your life behind glass, never being loved by another child again. Some life. And it's like, yeah, Pete, do you not realize that in the museum you're basically going to have the same life that you had on that dime store shelf?
Basically, yeah. It's funny. I don't want to shame that life, but, I mean, it is funny that you bring it up in that way. It's like, Pete, you say you don't want that life, but literally that's the life we're going to fucking have, you idiot.
Right. I mean, I guess you could argue they would be free to roam about the museum at night, maybe, but, if there's a guard or, an alarm on the glass display case, yeah, shit, man, you're going to be trapped in purgatory again. I don't know what to tell you.
Hold on 1 second. Are you saying that they would be walking around during a night at the museum?
I knew that's where you were going to go with that. I mean, you're not wrong. I
Did you know?
Yes.
There were 3 Night of the Museum movies and one video game.
Oh, was it for the Wii?
The PC, the Wii, the Nintendo DS, and the Xbox 360. So if anyone's wondering what their grandma would have gotten them on sale for the Xbox 360,
my God,
this is what it would have been.
There you go.
Ben Stiller reprised his role for the game. Good for him, and I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing against the movies because they actually do seem like they're a good time. But
no, I saw the first one. It was.
I don't know if the video game is going to be good.
I doubt it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so another did you know thing. So yeah, Joan Cusack actually played the role of Jessie, and I thought she was replaced at some point during one of the movies. She was not. I believe it was an actress that was going to play Jessie, but then I don't believe she was able to, and then she was replaced. This is like before the second movie came out. I believe that's what happened. Either way, with Joan Cusack, yeah. So you might know her as Jessie from Toy Story 2. I'm sorry. I'll actually pick one I'll pick a different one. She was in School of Rock. Have you seen School of Rock?
Yes, I had with the
Good.
one with Jack Black, right?
Yeah. She was
she
was the one. She was very. I don't know if she was a love interest technically, but she was. Was she the principal? She was very mean.
Oh.
Yeah, she had glasses.
Yeah,
she was very
one of
mean.
those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So she was very mean, and she might have been the principal. I know that she was, but like I'm pretty sure like she and Jack Black eventually had some tension. I thought, but not initially.
Yeah.
Like romantic tension. They had general tension throughout the film.
Right.
That I remember. Anyway, so she was also, by the way, which is really cool, she was Jessie in all of the shorts, like Hawaiian Vacation, Small Fry. I think she was in was she in the, it doesn't say that she was in Toy Story, the Terror one.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Toy Story.
It doesn't say that
Terror.
she was, oh wait, no, yes she was. That's so odd. For some reason, because 3 of these were on a DVD first, I guess, they're listed as movies while the others are listed as television. It's like, bro, they're all Toy Story.
Oh, my God. Right, yeah.
Anyway, so, yes. Oh, she was in The Office as well. Interesting. So I didn't know that. She was in Phineas and Ferb. She was on an episode of Law & Order SVU, dear God. And also, she was on SNL for like a year, from 85 to 86.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That's interesting. But yes, she was on SNL for a year. Oh, she was in the TV version of A Series of Unfortunate Events. Huh. The one on Netflix.
Shit, nice. Yeah.
And she also reprised her role as Jessie for Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, and in Toy Story 3 / Connect Disneyland Adventures / Connect Rush, a Disney Pixar adventure, i.e. a game that's probably worth $5 right now, and something called Disney Magic Kingdom. I only bring this up because, I don't know, maybe I'm stuck in the past, but it's really cool to see characters or actors reprising their roles in video games, because that is not the case usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Because usually when it's a sound alike, or it's someone who is not.
It's just completely different.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I guess this is just what's going to happen now.
And, like, in some cases I get it, especially if someone's doing the character like a comic book where they do the character, like, on the animated TV show first and then they do it in the game, so it's not meant to sound like Chris Hemsworth or something. That I get. But in other cases, it's like, it's a movie license, so it's just like, you know, it's, other than maybe, like, someone doing a really good Smeagol or something, it's mostly just someone being like, oh, no, I will keep the ring. Frodo, you mustn't keep the ring. All right, then I won't. Hooray. And so, like, I feel like the Lord of the Rings game didn't bring the actors back. I'm not sure. But yeah, usually it's just not the case, especially with animated stuff. They usually don't give a fuck.
Right. Or, like, it's a newer thing, like maybe they would take lines from the movie to use for character lines, but that's not a common occurrence either, usually.
That happened to her, actually. So there's a Chicken Little game that came out in 2005, and she apparently, they used archive footage of her. She was a character named Abby Mallard. Don't know who that is. I think I've seen Chicken Little once. I've seen more Chicken Little in Kingdom Hearts.
Damn.
Really? No, because I've seen Chicken Little once.
He was a summon.
Yes, exactly. So when I heard, by the way, Zach Braff reprised his role as the summon, I was like, whoa. That's Zach Braff is JD from Scrubs.
Right.
He played Chicken Little in the movie. Yeah. So when I heard that he reprised his role.
Jesus, I can hear it.
No, I saw Chicken Run more than I saw Chicken Little.
Right, yeah.
Remember Chicken Run?
That was
it was
good.
like, we're all chickens except it's military.
Right. Well, the same people who did Wallace and Gromit.
Right,
Sure,
right.
for claymation.
Yes. Not the biggest fan of Wallace and Gromit, but Chicken Run was fun.
I used to like Wallace and Gromit. Yeah. I mean, I still do. But.
Yes. Oh, how did you feel about Wheezy? I got a new voice box. Also, let's sing a song. You got a friend in me.
Oh, that was beautiful.
You got a friend in me. Like what?
Kind of hilarious.
I was so confused
because
as a kid.
actually. Oh yeah, I was confused too. But now I'm just like, I love me some of that jazz version of "You Got a Friend in Me." I mean, granted, no one can top Randy Newman. Let's be honest. But like, hey, I like a nice jazz remix. It's hilarious though. I actually was coaxed into singing "You Got a Friend in Me."
That sounds about right.
Karaoke.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And seeing this version now, I'm like, I wonder if they have the jazz version.
I'm thinking of who coaxed you, and so I'm thinking it's someone who may have been on the show. But one thing I want to say, though, speaking of someone who's been on the show, Rex channeled his inner Anthony Toto, and I don't know if you know which scene. Anthony Toto contributed to the channel, multiple channels. Do you want to know when he did? His inner Anthony Toto? When they see the highway, he goes, well, we tried, and he walks away. I saw Anthony immediately.
You're not turning me into a mashed potato.
Right, but I saw Anthony immediately in Rex. We tried.
God.
It could just be Anthony, just in a nutshell. And you guys have maybe seen him on our Those Guys Play channel. He and I we've talked a little bit about The Grudge, but also some of the movies, but also he and I do Star Trek Thursdays. At least he's one half of that, because the other half is me talking to John, another contributor, about Star Trek TNG. But Anthony and I do TOS, so the original series. So just with a second, he said, well, we tried. Boom. Anthony immediately.
No, it's hilarious.
We have to show that clip to him.
Yeah.
And be like, that's you.
It's going to be like, what the fuck are you two talking about?
Oh, my God. Anyway, I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have anything else to say. Do you? Anything else?
I know exactly what I could. This should be the last thing.
All right.
But to piggyback perfectly off of that, well, we tried. Did Woody give up when Sid had me strapped to a rocket? No. That's right. No, he didn't. Everybody's reacting like, "Whoa, Jesus, calm down."
No.
Buzz.
I love
Did you give up when you threw them all into the back of a moving van? Oh, you had to bring that up.
But it's just so funny because at least for you and I, or not, because we're watching this and really close to each other, it just happened. It's like that didn't happen like 10 years ago. That just happened, and it's like, oh, you had to bring that up. Oh my God.
I laughed at that so hard as a kid.
Yeah.
Even now, it still gets me even now.
Yeah,
it gets me even more now.
Well, because it's the delivery. That's the thing too. Like the lines work, but like we mentioned this with the first one, everyone brought their A game. Like people in this movie did not act as if they're like, we are talking to children, so we have to be very, very low, very soft with our voices. Like, no, this isn't a fucking children's TV show. This is a film that happens to be animated.
Right.
And that's why I made the joke earlier about live action Toy Story and how dumb it would be, because this is a film. It just so happens to be animated. This isn't just fodder to be made into a live action remake. This is
exactly.
a film. It just so happens to be an animated film. It's that simple, Yeah. So.
And then one other thing about that scene, just quick, I love the transition that they make, like the American flag, coming behind Buzz, and it's like, now let's go save Woody, and then it just pans out. It's like, that's the end of our broadcast, and the TV cuts out, and it's Al on his couch. Like the transitions in that movie were really spot on too.
That
between
confused
going
me.
from
because they haven't done something like that since
confused.
the 80s.
True.
The broadcast. So I was confused. I was like, wait, is that supposed to be
fair.
is that supposed to be a Nintendo instead of a Super Nintendo? But they said it happened in '95, so I was like, no, this is the late. Because I'm pretty sure, and please, everyone, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought by the late '90s that was something from not say a bygone era because it was just 10 years earlier,
right.
but like that stopped in the '90s.
No,
I thought
that's
the whole,
fair. You're right.
Because I thought they replaced that with infomercials.
That's fair. Probably.
Oh God, we're all gonna die. Oh shit, Zerg got in.
Yes.
All right.
Situation normal. Everything's under control.
But
no.
A Bug's Life.
Area secure.
Have you seen A Bug's Life?
Yes, I have, and
I've
love
only
that
seen
outtake as well.
I've only seen it a few times, but when I saw that outtake, I was like, "That's fucking funny."
Well, I'm so glad. Like, I can't believe you marched in there and got them to do A Bug's Life 2. Haha, yeah, about that. It is a 2 movie. It's just, well, it's not A Bug's Life 2. Well, I don't understand.
Action.
What is it?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
That was a good joke because that one I thought, if I remember correctly, even though I was super young at the time, that was a meme. Before, not only memes were used as a term, but that was like that was just like a joke for a while, like A Bug's Life too. Because I thought, am I wrong in saying that A Bug's Life did not perform as well as it did in the compared to how much money they put into it? Not that it wasn't a good movie, but it didn't perform that well in the box office.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, but I know
funny.
the idea of A Bug's Life 2 has been joked about for years. Like that was not new to Toy Story 2, I thought. That was just them kind of doing a wink and a nudge.
Yeah, basically.
I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
All right. But no, yeah, such a fun movie. I think it's either as good as, if not better, than the first one, which is so odd.
Yeah.
So odd,
no,
right?
I definitely feel that it's at the very least on par with the first movie.
Yeah,
and I
crazy
love
to think about.
the first movie. That's the funny thing for me. Like watching 2, it's been a while since I've actually seen 2. Because 1 I remember, clear as day, but 2 I didn't actually watch as much. But going back to it, I'm like, I don't know why I didn't watch it as much. 2 is just as good as the first one.
Might just be availability. I mean, you have it in your collection, yes, but I mean, like on television, maybe you just see one more.
Maybe.
Oh.
Or as a kid, maybe I didn't like it as much, but now I'm like, no, like objectively these films are on par with each other. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just, you wear out one VHS tape, sometimes you don't wear out the sequel.
Basically.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've worn out VHS tapes, but I usually don't always wear out the sequel unless it's Star Wars, in which case I probably wore out the sequels to Star Wars than I did more than Episode 4, honestly.
Right.
Like, I remember watching them in, like, order and just, like, consistently watching them at certain points, but I'm pretty sure I did it more 4, 5, and 6 than I did 4. Nothing against 4. I just feel like eventually it was like, yeah, I want to see the action scenes. And then it was 5 and 6 was just like, Boba, Vader.
Right.
Just thinking of all this crazy. I mean, because, dude, being a kid and being like, did that man just get eaten? And then rewinding. Is he going to be okay? That he's never mentioned again. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Be digested over the span of 1,000 years.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. We want to thank you all so much for listening to another episode of Friday Night Movies. I am unsure where you are listening to this. You might be listening to this through our Blog Talk Radio account, blogtalkradio.com/thoseguysintheradio, or you might have gone to our iTunes, which you searched up Those Guys on iTunes. You can download us there and listen to us on the go. You can do the same with our Blog Talk Radio as well, but getting it through iTunes will obviously get it directly to your iPhone or whatever device you have that you can kind of take that on the go. So you could do either one, or you could be listening to us through our YouTube channel, which is Those Guys on the Radio. Usually upload them on a little bit of a delay, but still you get them eventually, usually within the same month. So either way, don't know how you're listening to us, but again, thank you so much for doing so. And you can tune in next time for another episode of something completely different. Might be Friday Night Movies, might be on a Saturday. I don't know. But if you want to know, I would suggest following us on all our different social media accounts, like our Facebook, facebook.com/ThoseGuysOnTheRadio, our Twitter, which is @ThoseGuysRadio, or our main website, which is tgproduction.net. And again, all other social media links. There's still more fun stuff to talk about. All of that will be in the description box down below. So, love you all. Take care, and tune in next time. So, say goodnight, Tristan.
Good night, everyone. You've got a friend in me.
You've got a friend in me.